Hey everybody, DM Jim here, and welcome to another episode of the Tabletop Engineer. This really isn't a new crafting project. I just figured since I was going to make it, I might as well share it with you. This is a new book for Frostgrave called Perilous Dark. I've mentioned this before, I believe, in one of my live events, but author Joe McCullough has released this book just recently. It contains a collection of 10 scenarios that are intended to be run either solo or cooperative with 2 players. The scenarios are balanced for a maximum of 2 players. The rules are interesting. If you're going to play solo, you just create a warband as usual. You know, a wizard, apprentice, and up to 8 soldiers. If you're going to play cooperative with 2 people, the rules change slightly. You will have each 1 wizard, okay, and then 4 soldiers, up to 4, for a total of 10 warband size, no apprentices. Those 2 cooperative put together are about the same as a 10 warband member or a 10 member warband solo. So you can see kind of where it's going. What's really interesting is, and I don't want to give a whole lot away here because I'm planning on running all of these solo scenarios myself, filming it, and with some editing. I'm not going to make it. I want to do some editing to streamline it a little bit, but I am going to run these solo scenarios myself, and I'm going to post those videos over at patreon.com/thetabletop-engineer. So if you're interested in seeing that, I'll be doing that. Probably the first scenario will be in the next few weeks, but I'll give plenty of notice that you know it's there. That will not be a live event. It will be pre-recorded and edited and condensed so that it's more like a battle report. But all of the 10 scenarios in here require a 2.5 foot by 2.5 foot play area. I have a large gridded dungeon floor, stone floor. But I want to make something custom for this. I'm going to make something that is 2.5 by 2.5 feet with rough edges and no grid. Most of the stuff I do is gridded, but with Frostgrave, you measure things out. And the grid, to me, I'm leaning more towards gridless as I get older and wiser. No, I'm kidding. With D&D, a lot of the stuff I do, the grid is nice. It helps players measure and things like that. But with war games like Frostgrave and other games, you don't use a grid. So I'm going to create this without a grid. So I'm going to switch the camera to a bird's eye view and just let you watch. Nothing new here. If you've watched my videos or any of the other crafters' videos who have made tiles, dungeon tiles in large pieces, this is nothing new to you. It's just basically getting it cut, working on the edges, and then painting it and doing some sponging to give it a weathered look. I thought about putting some sort of medallion in the center, but no, I want it to be perfectly plain, that it could be used in any setting. And if I need to create something custom, I'll just create it as a paper or a sticker to put in the center. So let's go to the tabletop down, and I'll get started making this custom piece for Frostgrave Perilous Dark Solo Adventures. Come on. Okay, and there you go. So I have 4 of these 15-inch by 15-inch pieces. The original idea was that I wanted a 30-inch by 30-inch play area. The problem was it was just too big. I mean, 30 inches is still, you can't put it in a bag. Transporting it basically means carrying it. And because it's foam, you know, it could easily snap. By breaking it into 4 smaller squares, it's much more portable, which is probably what I prefer. One of the things I am going to do, I think I'm going to do, is I have this new, let me show you. I have this new Mod Podge spray. Now this is gloss and this is matte. Normally you could put Mod Podge over this to seal it and give it a little tougher surface. Or you could use Jeremy over at Black Magic Crafts, and when I painted it black, you could just use the black Mod Podge. I've been wanting to try this for a while. It's 8 ounces, spray on, glue, and sealer. I'm going to give it a shot and see how it works. It's really cold outside right now, so this is going to take a long time to cure. It says 24 hours, but that's assuming that the temperature is not, in the 30s. So I'll do this, and I'll try to remember to report back with a comment and let you know how this works. I can't imagine that it's going to do bad. It's just going to be like brushing on Mod Podge, but it's a spray. I'm curious to know if 8 ounces how much of this will be left over when I completely cover the surface. But again, I'll let you know. So anyway, I am ready to get started almost on my solo Frostgrave experience using the Perilous Dark book that has just released. What do I have left to do? Well, I've got plenty of scatter terrain, but I want to make a new warband. So I have started gluing, and I've got a prime. I'm going to create a new warband. I found this wizard at my local gaming store. It's one of the Dark's Reapers. It just looks like Gandalf, but it's such an incredibly detailed figure that I had to have it, and this is going to be the wizard of my new warband. I haven't got all the other ones figured out yet. I'll probably use some of the Frostgrave soldier, the ones you have to glue together, the little plastic ones. I'll probably use some of those for the warband. And then I also have some Nolzers and WizKids minis, and I'll try to pick from those and get my warband together, and I'll share a photo when the time comes. But I'm hoping, like in the coming week, to get my first solo game scenario 1 from the new book. All right, that's all I got for you. I'll be back Friday with a new crafting video. This was just a really impromptu little video to show you how I was going to make these. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care.